Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I think by the time I end up uploading this video, because I'm a bit late, the Toshro and Kang Do banner will be out. We're finally getting their rerun. I believe this is the first time they're rerunning, and if it had very mediocre filler, I would probably just immediately say skip, but the filler is actually pretty good. We have the, obviously, the characters that are rerunning, Toshro and Kang Do, and then we have the 1000 Remember mid-month Byakuya, which makes sense. We just got Asnot like a week or two ago in a rerun. Then now we have the Concord 1000 Remember Chad and Ichigo, which I think are two better characters than the Uryu, to be honest. I still use Ichigo, I still use Chad. I use Chad so much in Brave battles. He is insane. Even at just 1 or 2 out of 5, he does very well against Orihime and Meninas. And then Ichigo is just good in like IT, pretty decent in Guild Quest, and then Limit Breaker. And then we have 1000 Bubble and now Mayuri, Yoruichi, and Shunsui, which are all very old characters, unfortunately. But I think they're very rare. Mayuri not really, but like the Yoruichi and Shunsui, I feel like is very rare to come back in a rerun that's actually pretty good. Like, usually it's in like an insanely old banner, and they bring back like the Yoruichi, for example. I summoned a few months ago, and it was the worst idea of my entire life in terms of summoning history. It was like the Ichigo, Yuha, Kisuke, and Yoruichi rerun banner, and yeah, not a great idea. But those two are pretty not as common. It's not like the Masaki, Ishin, Ryukin. What's another popular ones that they use? I don't know. Either way, I don't see them that often. I would love to see like the old like adult Toshro and Sajin banners more frequently. I think they're fairly rare, but either way, they're all good links as well. Like this Nemu is an exceptional link for characters that don't want to inflict status summons. So like if we get a upcoming power character that is a IT character like Senjumaru, that would be an insane link for her, because it's just 16% extra strong attack damage, or just extra 60% attack, 16% more damage when not inflicted an ailment, a status of it. But yeah, and then it's the usual. Unfortunately though, there is no pity. So if you really want to, because you want Kang Do, maybe go like 5 steps, because all the characters do have a use. Like, they're all pretty good. And let's just go over their kits. Like, I do think that Kang Do is actually insane. Like, you can fight for top 1 or 2 position. I don't know. I've been told Hana is number 1. I've been told Kang Do is number 1. Either way, he's the best character for his affiliation, because I'm pretty sure since Yuha can't get the second soul bomb, Kang Do just clears faster, from what I've been told. I don't have Kang Do, so I can't actually prove it, but he's still very good, and he's also a safer option, because Yuha has only weakening, which weakening is good, but if you take any damage in Guild Quest, you lose a lot of your damage. Kang Do has freeze, so he's going to freeze the enemies in place. He also has a multi-barrier, so he's going to keep himself safe that way. So he's going to do really, really good damage, and it's not a barrier type attack where, like for Rukia, since she's ranged and she has a melee SA2, she does no damage. No, with Kang Do, it's just a melee attack, so you're completely fine. It doesn't cuck his damage outside of him just not being able to inflict freeze on it, which isn't like the biggest deal, since he's melee. But yeah, so he's a hollow killer. He has freeze on all of his strong attacks except for his SA2. He has the gauge effect of strong attack recharge minus 30%. He has berserker at 50%, damage to frozen enemies of 40%. He has frenzy +2, and then on his gauge, he has gauge rampage +1. So every time he kills an enemy, he increases the recharge of his gauge. He has increased status ailment chance against power attribute enemies +10%. So that is absolutely beautiful skill, especially for IT or Limit Breaker. He has Marauder, he has Multi-Barrier +2, and then he starts his gauge at 70% outside of Brave battles, has an SP boost of 80%, and strong attack recharge time -12%. I know he has another frenzy. Alright, so here's his actual gauge effect. I wish the BBS website showed it, but he has his gauge effect that gives him an extra sprinter +2 and an extra frenzy +1. So that's where he gets Frenzy +3, the second character technically to have Frenzy +3. So huge W for Mr. Kang Do. And then his innate skills is Havoc +20, Poison Duration -100%, and Sprinter +1. So realistically, the only downside is that he doesn't have a freeze on his SA2. He only has 1 killer, 1 status element, and he only has immunity to 1 status element, which is I think it's stupid. I feel like more should have complete status immunity, but it's fine. He still is an absolute powerhouse, and from what I've heard, anybody who pulled him really liked him. So if you want him, go for it. I think it's worth it. I wouldn't recommend going all in, obviously, maybe 5, maybe 10 steps with anniversary or swimsuits, whatever you want more is up on the horizon. End of June is swimsuits. End of July is anniversary part 1 and part 2. So keep that in mind. Now we have Toshro. Not much to say besides he's just an absolutely insane NAD character. But the thing is, he is a melee captain killer. And the best character for that is Yaturu Unahana, where she uses 2 speed Soul Reaper buffers, Akon and Shinji. I was gonna say Shuhei, but it's Shinji. And basically, she just one-shots each wave. You physically can't get any faster unless you can somehow one-shot through multiple waves. Like, you can literally drop your SA1, SA3, and then immediately one-shot the first wave. And then you go into an SA2 because the weakening pull is still on the ground, and then you just cook, and then you just keep cycling, and then you get like a 50 to 55 second clear. This Toshro has no value in the game. Literally no value outside of just being a pretty good booster on a off melee or an off killer week if you don't have anybody else. It's unfortunate, especially in a banner like this, because like if he had a 3rd SP character on the banner, I think a lot more people would have summoned. But since it's only 1 and it's for a week that we already have a really insane killer for, we have Yuha, this banner had no value. I'm not gonna lie, like this banner just sucked. I don't believe the filler was that good either, so it is what it is. Like, Kang Do is insane, but I don't know. I wouldn't go past 5 steps. That's exactly what I did. I summoned on my alt account and went 5 steps. I didn't pull them, and then I haven't summoned since. But let's go over his kit. He is a captain killer, and his link is insane. His link is very crazy, I won't lie. But either way, when you're at full stamina, you increase your normal attack damage plus 40%. He has freeze on all of his strong attacks except for his IC2, which does not really matter. He has booster plus 30% and then enhancer plus 10 seconds. So he has a 43% attack, defense, and focus boost on his booster, and it's also lasts longer. He has bruiser plus 50%, flurry plus 1 or plus 2 in GQ. Hopefully they stop doing this. Pretty annoying. Make them usable anywhere. Killer effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ. Long reach plus 20. Melee damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ. And then paralysis duration minus 100%. Poise and start barrier. And now we have the soul tree where he dodges sword reaper damage, which is actually pretty good since he's a side. Marauder and sprinter plus 1. So yeah, a very exceptional NAD character. Wish they could just start giving out the attack boost for every NAD character at this point. Make them like insane, but they just choose not to, which is pretty annoying. I would love to see another attack boost character. We basically get like 1 a year at this point, so who knows, maybe we'll get one for anniversary. But yeah, I mean, he's good, but it's just like if you have the Yaturu Shinji Akon, this guy will never have any value, because how is a NAD character gonna help you do more than one-shotting a boss? I don't know. Now for Byakuya, he is another Guild Quest character. I will say though, I'm not a fan of him being an SP character for a booster character for a GQ week. Would have preferred it being a NAD character. I think a lot of people would have preferred that, but I have to assume they for some reason made him before like the kit, like the stats and whatnot. I want to say he was probably made before the very hard GQ dropped, and then they just dropped him after very hard GQ dropped, and so it's like whatever, because these kind of characters would have been better for hard GQ from nuking, because they drop their strong attacks super fast, they nuke, you one-shot a phase in like half a second, and then you're done. But now it's like you want a NAD character, and then the SP characters are main, so yeah. And then also the link is kind of also like, yeah, this guy was definitely made like for hard Guild Quest, I'm not gonna lie. But either way, he is a no affiliation melee killer. He has an SA2 boost and then weakening in all of his strong attacks except for his SA2. He has full stamina only, increased strong attack damage plus 40%. He has full booster of 30%, damage to weakened enemies plus 40%. He has debilitator of 5 seconds, devastation of 40, enhancer plus 10 seconds, frenzy of 2, start barrier plus 10, so you can be really safe, recharge time minus 12%. And then for his innate skills, he has fighter duration minus 100% for his guild quest week, marauder, and sprinter plus 1. So he's going to be good. It's just that I wish he was a nag character. Same thing with like the Kiryu that dropped like a month or two after. Actually, no, I think it was literally the... yeah, I think this was right before Ichibe and Senjumaru and Kiryu. Because Kiryu also is built like almost exactly like this. She's a booster guild quest character. And I'm just, and an SP character. I don't understand why. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I forgot if I said it. Now we're into Chad. He is an absolutely exceptional Brave Battle character. I'll even prove it. I mean, I'm not gonna show you like a match, but I'll show you that I use him. Chad is like my go-to character right now to go up against Orihime or Menina, or even against Yama. It works sometimes. The mind one. But this is my team I've mainly been using, but I recently got 3-star defense on this Chad, so I might have to bust him out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you throw him against Orihime, you know, you go full defense build with dodge, full DR, and you just see how he cooks. But yeah, he's insane. He's also a booster for guild quest, so that's pretty nice. But he is a captain and Sturmlayer killer. He's melee. He has an SA2 boost, damage taken minus 60% as his soul trait. He has brave battles only, prevent last ditch, survival plus 1, half stamina only, decreased damage taken minus 50%. Berserker of 60%, booster plus 30%, damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%. He has an enhancer of 10 seconds, flurry plus 1, and then he also has guard break and hit hidden enemies plus 1, long reach plus 20%, and pierce barrier. And then his soul tree or his innate skills has poise, sprint plus 1, and weaken duration minus 100%. So he's very good in his mainly the Sturmlayer one, but you can use him in captain, like maybe if you don't have Unohana. And then he's exceptional in brave battles. He's like one of my favorite characters to use in brave battles right now. He's so good because the dodge, like, yeah, full defense is nice and all, but like they can still do damage to you if they're just fully built. But if you dodge every single hit, hell yeah, you cook. Sounding like a Dokkan guy. Now on to Ichigo. One of my favorite heart characters. I absolutely love using this character in IT. Even just at 1 out of 5, he's absolutely insane. He is a Rancor no affiliation killer. Strong attack recharge time minus 14%. He has no status element on any of his strong attacks, but that's fine. He has bruiser plus 40%. Damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%. Devastation of 60%, so your soul bomb hits even harder. Frenzy of 2. Havoc plus 20%, so your strong attacks have more range, hit enemies, and pierce iron skin. So in IT, you basically one-shot anything besides the bosses. You have Marauder, and then shared complete status immunity, so you don't get status element like freeze or anything. Sprinter plus 2, and then go down to his innate skills where he has team party recovery, 20% stamina, 100% chance to hit dodging enemies of any affiliation, and long stride. This character is absolutely insane in IT. I absolutely love him. You just slap potion link on him, or you now the Noitora link on him, and you are cruising to just beat anything in the game essentially outside of like guild quest, to be honest. He's not that great in guild quest, I will say that, but in IT, love it. Now for Nemu. She's just a link. Like, I'm not gonna lie, all 4 of these characters I'm not even gonna go over because they're literally all just a link. Like, you can probably use them if you really want to. I'm so sad she just didn't get guard break. Like, the 1,000 and Butter Resurrections going on right now are so good. I'm so sad that, like, she got a good resurrection, but it's like, my favorite character in the game. But yeah, they're just links. It's unfortunate. They're really cool characters, but hopefully they get a proper remake, especially Nemu and Mayuri will probably be the first ones if I had to guess. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for the banner. Let me know down below if you are going to be summoning. I think a lot of people are because Kang Do is really good, but then again, it's like anniversary really close, so it's up to you. Maybe go 5 steps, but I think anniversary is gonna blow Kang Do out of the water, unfortunately. But yeah, either way, take care, peace out, and have an absolutely amazing day.